Yo, what is up, everybody? So let's go back again. Another chapter from the story titled The Dream, written by Gracie Tello. Remember to use the links in the description below. Show love to the author, like, comment, and subscribe. Chapter 2. I walked past the inspectors for I don't remember how many times. Too many to count, probably. My legs are killing me. I hate this trading shoes idea. My feet are covered in blisters. I grit my teeth, ignoring the pain. I'm going to be shot in 4 years. It might be beneficial to raise my pain tolerance. The dust is always present. A fog billowing around the entire complex. It covers my skin, burns my eyes, and even seeps into my mouth. It takes all of my power not to sneeze every few seconds. I cannot believe I've lived in this place for months. Every day I go to sleep with the hope that this will be over. People in other groups often try to commit suicide. We're all going to die anyway. The signal sounds, and the air is once again filled with the shouts of the pre-inspectors. I limp towards my home. As I head back, the pre-inspector grabs me. 73125A? Yes. This is the first time in a month that anyone besides Blonde Beard has talked to me. The pre-inspector pulls me with him, and I yelp and push away. Turning quickly, I try to hide in the crowd. Suddenly, I see him. Blonde Beard had just finished his loop, and his eyes scanned for me. I see the concern on his face. I usually meet him there. Bringing forward, I try to reach him, but the well-fed and rested pre-inspector has no trouble catching me. I blame it on the shoes I'm wearing. They are huge. Cursed be this stupid escape plan. My heart pounds, my mouth opens. My mind screams at me to call out to Blondebeard, but no sound emerges. Shock floods me. I have no idea what Blondebeard's name is. I never asked. In my head, I call him Blondebeard, but I can't shout that out to him. Who would answer to that? Drowning in fear, I have no choice. Blondebeard! If the words sounded weird in my head, they sounded preposterous out loud. I feel like a lunatic. The pre-inspector probably knows I am. My vision goes blurry. What's happening? Why this? Again? Suddenly, I hear a voice. I feel tugging from all directions. Bloom. Sinking to the ground, I collapse, letting the dust billow around me. Will I last the 4 years? Is this how I will die? Maybe the date of my death isn't as fixed as I thought. Someone pulls me into their lap, gently cradling my head. I look up. Concern fills Blondebeard's face as he gazes down on me. Relaxing, I sigh, letting the stress melt away. His grip tightens and my eyes reopen. Surrounding us is a circle of people. The pre-inspector's faces are cold and hard, but other faces are curious, concerned, and kind. Their faces have expressions. Up till now, I have only seen dead stares and Blondebeard's deranged smile. Deep down, people must still care. One pre-inspector reaches down and yanks me up. Blondebeard is pulled up by another. Pleadingly, I gaze at the people around me. Won't somebody help? I see their faces flatten as if pressed by a hot iron. Blondebeard is pushed off to the side, the pre-inspector towering over him, angry and menacing. Stepping forward, I go to intervene. They will not harm my friend. Something covers my mouth. I look down just in time to see a handkerchief. All goes black. Bang! I hit something and ricochet back. My eyes flicker open. It's dark. All I see is metal. Glancing around, I begin to place together my surroundings. I'm in a conveyor truck, similar to the one that brought me to Daraviddle. They have the lights off though. It must be night. Despite the fact that we are driving down the road quite quickly, I am not strapped in. How long have I been asleep? Why wasn't I strapped in? Why was I asleep? The memories rush back into my mind, pushing everything else out of their wake. Before my mind's eye, I see the form of Blondebeard, cowering. What did they do to him? Was the pre-inspector just being domineering? Or did Blondebeard actually get hurt? I could not bear the thought of anything having happened to him. Not that I even knew his name, but we had a simple companionship those horrid months. My eyes slowly focus, and I see several pairs of eyes watching me. My skin crawls. This is so creepy. One of the forms reluctantly reaches out its hand. I hesitate, but I grasp the hand. Stiffness fills every corner of me. I heave myself onto the closest bench and buckle in. Inspecting the others, my heart stops. There are 4 other young girls. This is my group. I'm heading into the system. Hey. I turn to see the girl who helped me, trying to smile at me. My name's Madison. I'm silent for a moment. It's not that I'm trying to be rude, but it's so hard when you've barely talked for the last few months to just hop into socializing without trouble. My throat is parched, my lips cracked. Can I speak? Sorry, I'm not really sane. Don't worry. There's always needs to be some lunatic in a group. Shelly, a different girl reprimands, and then turns on me. Oh, don't mind her. She's just grumpy. By the way, I'm Meg. Now that I'm beginning to wake up, I hope my ability to talk is returning. Hi, it's okay, Shelly. Sometimes I don't believe I'm sane either. Smiles flit across most of the faces. Shelly's excluded. I don't think she'll be mean, but I can see a sharpness in her gaze, a clearness that distinguishes her from everyone else. The fourth girl doesn't speak, but sits quietly in the corner. Silence reigns over us. It's not like there's much to talk about anyway. None of us knows anything. We don't know where we are going or what will happen to us. What can we talk about? Our past? Nah, too depressing. Our future? Same problem. Present? Nothing to talk about here. I close my eyes. Even with my habit of processing everything before I go to bed, I still have nightmares. Sometimes I just wish I could feel rested without having to give up my control, consciousness. Every night though, I give in. Sometimes I am rewarded with a good rest, but more often than not, I jump up, shaking. Now, I don't even have Blondebeard to comfort me, nor do I plan on going to these girls for consolation. They're probably having nightmares too. We all fly forward, hitting against our seatbelts. Thankfully, I am no longer on the ground. If I had been, I would just, probably be dead. Shelly groans as we try to relax our jarred bodies. Is everyone okay? Meg sweetly asks. Shelly gives Meg a withering look. Definitely the question you want to ask people who are going to die. Madison and I laugh. Surprised, I look down, almost embarrassed. When condemned to die, it doesn't seem proper to laugh. Though, to be perfectly honest, I think we should probably laugh more often. Soon, we won't be able to laugh. Might as well enjoy it while we have it. The familiar sound of metal grates against my ears. The doors to the truck burst open and light pours through. Guess it's not night. Squinting, I try to see. A blurry darkness appears coming into the truck. The pre-inspector grabs the shy girl and leads her out. Soon, 4 other pre-inspectors come and grab the rest of us. We find ourselves in what appears to be a small village. The sky is dark with clouds, and the cold wind whips around our shivering frames. Dragging us down the gray cobblestone street, they lead us to a concrete house. It seems so familiar to the one we just left. Grimly, I wonder how much better this will be than Der Vittel. At least the door was not hanging on its hinges. My OCD thanks you. The door is metal, with bolts and a patch of rust in the corner. Still, the government obviously is not liberal on materials. I shiver. The shrill sound of the door opening grates against my spine. As the 5 of us enter, I am surprised to see that the interior of our new home is a definite improvement to our last accommodations. The beds are now proper cots with sheets. There are windows and even a wood stove in the corner. Maybe life will be slightly more tolerable. Exhausted, we all pick up a mat and fall asleep. I picked a cot on the far right near the wall, just like where I slept in Der Vittel. I guess I'm a creature of habit. The next morning, I wake up, thankful that for once I have slept soundly. I am confused though, for the sun is already high in the sky, yet nothing has woken us up. Surely there is some structure in the system. Slipping out of my bed, I start putting on my shoes. A movement catches my eye. However, I jump back. Before the lightened wood stove is the small figure of the other girl, the shy one who didn't talk. I creep forward and sit next to her. She doesn't turn, but I can sense her stiffening. It would be so easy not to form a relationship. I mean, we are going to be killed soon, so why bother? At the same time, I don't want to give up on that one part of me that is still human. That sense of basic empathy whispering in my head. Drawing up my courage, I give her my warmest smile. Hi, my name's Olivia. The girl glances up at me. I am immediately entranced by those sweet, delicate eyes. How can such a soft creature make it through the trials we will face? I briefly converse with her, trying to ease her out of her fetal position. I know she has a soft heart. The fact that she lit the fire shows such care. The only thing I learn about her though is her name. Quinlan. I smile. A beautiful name for a beautiful person. Slam! Both of us jump in turn. Shelly, panting and sweating, stands before the door. What's up? We stare as Shelly gives us a nod and then collapses on the floor. You left the cottage? Can we do that? Time passes, and soon Madison and Meg are awake too. There's nothing to do. No food. Nobody has come. Nothing is happening. And Shelly and Madison are curled up, trying to sleep again. Quinlan still sits by the fire, and Meg has gone to join her. I just stare out the window at the ever gray sky and the gray cobblestone road, at the empty gray houses around us. This must be a ghost town or ruin. A part of me wants to go and explore, but at the same time feels useless. What's the point? It would just expend energy that I really don't have. Shelly then pops up. I'm starving. Slipping on her shoes, she heads out the door. All of us stare. Does she know where food is? I put on a pair of shoes that are by the door. 73125A, blazoned on the side. Together, the rest of us follow Shelly through the streets. He jogs along, making the rest of us run. We enter an old rundown store, and to our surprise, it's still stocked with food. No workers, no other people, just a place filled with food. Shelly goes straight for the cooler and grabs a soda. Wait, Shelly, what are you doing? Can we just do that? Madison asks. Why not? The rest of us rush forward, looking for stuff to eat. Most everything in there is junk food, but there is some fresh stuff in the back. When we finally head back to our home, we are laden with snacks and fruit. That evening, Shelley is bouncing on the bed, reading a magazine she found. We all know where the energy is coming from. She is munching on her 5th bag of M&Ms. Suddenly, the door of our home swings open, and a junior inspector walks in. We freeze. This is the first time we have really dealt with a junior inspector. Before this, pre-inspectors handled us. Follow me. We jump up and are soon seated in a truck. Are we ever going to come back to our home? I should have brought the M&Ms, I hear Shelley grumble. We bump down the road for about an hour and a half, and then the doors of our vehicle are thrown open. Stepping out, we see that we are in a gray cobblestone courtyard. Our junior inspector leads us up a flight of stairs to a balcony where we can view the entire courtyard. To our surprise, we see other trucks filling in, bringing other groups. The whole courtyard is filled with them. A drop of rain falls on the railing in front of me. In it, I can see my reflection bent and distorted. I shake my head. Why am I focusing on a raindrop? Sometimes I do worry about my sanity. Concentrating, I try to understand my surroundings. At the furthest end of the courtyard is a concrete platform. 2 junior inspectors come and lay 2 ropes parallel to each other, all the way down the middle of the platform. My heart jumps into my throat. Can this really be happening? Two groups are marched onto the platform. The 2 groups are put on opposite sides of the ropes. The group facing us has the same lifeless expression I remember seeing in everyone at their Vittel. An inspector, not a pre-inspector or a junior inspector, but a real inspector, steps up onto the platform. The microphone squeaks. Today, we are gathered to watch the execution of Group 71,448. Please hold a respectful silence as these brave members complete the system. The voice is flat, droning on like she is completely bored. How can she be so cold? I watch as a line of soldiers with guns are lined up on the balcony above the platform. The inspector stands to the side, holding a handheld mic. 71,448E, report. The person at the end of the line steps forward to the space between the 2 parallel lines. I cannot see their face, but the person across from them looks like they're going to be sick. Bang! 71,448E crumbles. A hand stretched out to the person in front of them. I can see the person shudder, horrified by what they have just witnessed. I stare, petrified, as I watch 71,448E shirt turn red. The inspector barely even looks up. 71,448D, report. Bang! One by one, the group steps forward, and one by one, they are shot. I grasp the railing before me, trying not to let my hands shake. This is my fate. I hear a meadowlark gurgle in the distance. Here we have witnessed the completion of group 71448. Please acknowledge the upcoming group 71449. Report. The group that had stood opposite group 71448 during the execution steps forward between the bodies of their previous companions. We all salute. This is their last full day alive. We are brought back to our house, but none of us dare sleep. Quinlan sits by the fire again, tears of shock slipping down her cheeks. Silently comforting her, Meg puts her arm around Quinlan's shoulders. Shelly sits on the bed, eating her M&Ms, as if nothing had happened. Madison and I sit by the window. I want to talk about it, but I'm afraid. It seems like if I speak about what we just saw, it'll be real. I'm gonna have nightmares about this anyway. The only way any of us will ever sleep again is if we process through this together. I hate this. I turn to Madison. Do you want to talk about it? Now, ladies and gentlemen, is the end of chapter 2.